You don't have to get into the technical.
I love the technical stuff.
I know. No. Okay. Hi, I'm Lindsay Joyce.
And I'm Tomek Gil.
And we're the husband-wife duo of 3F Living, an interior design and architecture company here in the city. Normally, we help our clients from the initial design to move-in day, but this time around, we're taking you on our journey through renovating our apartment. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about stone. We ventured out to Brooklyn to our favorite stone yard. So come along, learn a little bit about stone, and find out what we picked. Hey, Tomek.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everybody where we're going?
Sure.
Where are we going?
We're going to the stone yard.
Yeah, stone yard, stone yard, stone yard. So much fun.
Amazing.
What are you going to see?
Stone.
Quartz, quartzite, marbles, precious stone, onyx, all the things. Woohoo!
We're onyx. So in today's episode, we're talking about stone. And we wanted to start off by going through some frequently asked questions.
So Tomek, what types of material are stone and what are the pros and cons of each?
So stone comes in two options. One is man-made and one is natural stone. The man-made stone is called quartz.
Mm-hmm.
It's manufactured by a number of fabricators. Most common one is called Caesar stone.
Yeah, everybody knows. Has a
every-
great marketing budget.
Yep. The natural stones would be your granite, your marble, and your quartzite. And the pros and cons of natural stone, the pros are obviously that it's a beautiful material. Anyone that you choose is beautiful, but they are porous, which means that they require maintenance and periodic sealing. All of the natural stones require sealing. However, if you choose to go with marble, just be aware that that's a very soft material and requires a lot more maintenance than the others. When it comes to the man-made stuff, quartz.
You don't have to seal it. There's no sealing with quartz. It's extremely durable. You can do whatever you cut on it. You can put
That's right, and it's easy to
it's-
mill. It's
yeah.
easy to cut,
Yep.
and it's also price conscious when it comes to in comparison to natural materials.
Let's do quartz because I'm usually here with the clients, and then he's my client today, which is like the toughest client. Okay.
Danica is the expert. You're the guide. So
Yes.
like,
She
take me to. Let's look at the stuff that's like
Okay. So
that would fit for us.
Okay.
Like would be a good fit.
So some things that like you look at, right, when we're looking at like quartz, quartz, is that it typically has some type, like you look at the background, like some of them are like really, really white, like stark white,
Yeah.
and some of them are not. They have a gray background. So like when you look at this one, right,
Yeah.
to me, it's an obvious kind of like distinct veining. So it doesn't look as natural looking to me. So like when you look at something like this, where it has kind of like what I call the cloudy veining.
Yes.
Yeah, like the cloudy.
Natural look.
Yeah, the cloudy with the
Because when you look at natural marble, you cannot find marble with that. plain
right. You're always going to have
background or
something. You're going to have a texture. You're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
have a
Yeah, yeah.
spotting. You're
So
going to have something.
so this is a more natural
So
kind
this is
of
a more
like.
natural
They try
looking.
to
Interpretation.
imitate, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Really-
these. I have to say that out of all the quartz that I've
Yeah, but
come
that was
across.
pretty nice, yeah.
No, but I mean, I think both of the lines that you have here
Uh-huh.
are both really great. But I tend to like this line maybe a little bit better.
So this is the down.
Yeah.
So if we're doing something like this, I would expect that
Honestly,
almost looking at a reverse of this for the table.
and I would almost say like we maybe for our countertops and backsplash, maybe we just use like a solid quartz. Like a solid, maybe concrete looking quartz. Or what I would say is pick the accent first and then we pick the
Which
tonal
colors
after.
do you want to go?
This is
Look at
elegant.
This one just came in.
That's nice. That
This
is
is
nice.
elegant.
So I like this. So look, We're
He
also
likes crazy.
we're also.
But he doesn't
talking-
like that crazy.
Oh, can I explain why?
Yeah. Yes, totally.
It's because it's a table, and it's got a direction, which is a
Oh,
long
you
and
want to have
narrow.
a horizontal. Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the veining as a way to kind of
Whoa.
draw my eye through the
Yeah,
table,
yeah.
and that's kind of
that's
instead
a good
of
point.
choppy fields that are all
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
place.
yeah.
I want something that has like a movement to it.
I think this is beautiful, Tomek.
That's a nice
love
stone.
it.
That's great.
Yeah, I
It
know.
has green.
So
has
this
blue.
is
Quartzite.
This is quartzite.
Oh, and it's super durable. Huh. Good choice.
Yeah,
We
let's
get to precious stones in a
let's
minute.
take it in
But
stride.
she's gonna
Yeah,
cry when she has to pay
because
for
she's
it.
like, it's done.
She's
This
gonna
is it.
cry.
So, Tomek.
Yeah.
How is stone typically purchased?
So the stone comes in slabs, and so when you purchase stone, you typically purchase an entire slab. Doesn't mean that you're going to use up the whole thing, but you may be able to use some of the slab for other miscellaneous items like, like door thresholds or radiator covers, etc. Now, one thing to consider is that when you're buying stone that has a lot of veining and a lot of character to it, is that you may want to purchase a little extra so that the fabricator has a little bit more options when it comes to matching up the veining, and it overall results in a better design and nicer looking project.
I could really
so
see
so
this.
what we're really looking at is like an offcut. So we're looking at like cutting like a half of this.
We can put it somewhere else in our
We got
apartment.
like a 36.
Yeah, because you have to buy the whole slab.
Yeah, you have
Understood.
to.
So when we're looking at the slab, we're looking at like a section that's like this wide, so we can
Yeah,
slide up
yeah.
and down. But the lengthwise, we're looking at like 96 inches.
Oh yeah,
so,
it's like
so this is
120.
like
But
120.
look, this one is almost 80 inches. So
Yeah.
you have two 40-inch cuts.
Yeah, so really
you can
we
make
would-
2 tables out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, I think that you're right, Tomek. I like bringing in this tone because it's very much Art Deco. We have a lot of Art Deco little moments in the space.
This works
The
well
color-
with like
The white oak.
brass, polished
Yes,
brass.
because you have
with
browns in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
golds, polished brass. This would be
Yeah.
a very nice
I love
kind of.
this. I love this for the tabletop.
Let's keep looking.
Hey,
You're
let's
like
keep
you
looking.
love 2 so far. You saw 2. You love
Okay.
both of them. Let's just keep looking.
Let's keep doing it.
Okay, I got another frequently asked question for you.
Okay.
A lot of stones come in very intricate patterns, lots of heavy veining. Some of them come with, with mineral kind of deposits and concentrations. So how do you go about selecting, stone with a lot of character, and how do you use it?
So, I mean, everything in design is about balance, right? So it all depends on the space. So like, let's just take an example of a kitchen, right? So like if you have a kitchen that, let's say, like is a 2-tone. So you have 2-tone cabinets from the top and the bottom are different. Maybe the bottom is a wood grain. Maybe the top is like a color. You have to consider what kind of moldings are on your cabinets. Is it flat panels? What kind of details are involved, because you never want something that's competing with something else. You always want to complement to a certain extent. So a lot of times, let's say that we have like flat panel cabinets, finger pulls, and it's just like a very neutral, subtle kind of cabinetry in the kitchen. A lot of times there is when we'll use veining. We will do like a pop, and it might not be so contrasting, but you will see a lot of veins. That's one way to kind of do that and blend it in. Maybe we use it for a tabletop. A tabletop is a great area that, like, let's say your kitchen is an open kitchen and you have a table that's kind of resting in like the hearth of the kitchen, and the rest of your stone is, let's just say, more monotone and has more of like a simple kind of tonality to it, then you could get a slab without even cutting it that, like Tomek said, is usually like 48 by 8 feet, which is like the size of like a nice dining room table, right? Like if you're going to look for a dining room table, you're looking for something that's probably averaging 40 inches wide and at least 8 foot long, so you can fit about 6 to maybe even 10 people around it. So a great way of doing that is finding a beautiful slab that you love that has dynamic pops between color and gradients and veining, and just putting that down as the tabletop, and then finding a really cool base from like
from some type of antique store. Or,
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to mix and match.
It's a great way to like create layers.
So what I'm hearing is that it's usually a feature moment
Yeah.
and an accent, especially when paired with a background that's a little bit more bland or a little bit more monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna nix this. Like this is too much for me here.
Oh, this is too much.
Yeah, it's
But
beautiful.
what about
it's
the
beautiful,
tone?
no doubt. I don't like it's too beigey and yellow.
Okay.
It's too yellow.
I like this one because in our apartment, everything is extremely tonal, and the colors that we have, which are very earthy tones that we have in the entryway resembles this a little bit with the pebbly kind of look. I think that this will allow us to use a nice, like picking out like a nice warm or some type of toning here as like a solid for the countertop and the backsplash.
I think the color here is great.
There's more in the series, correct? There's 2. Are both of them book matched? Are they exactly the same?
I can check.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
My point is, if you like more of one part of this than the other, there's an opportunity because again, this is not quartz, it's quartzite. So it depends on where they cut it. On this next one might not look like this one.
Tomek, I was hoping you could explain a little bit about book matching and also veining, and when do you line that up?
Okay, so book matching to start with is when you mirror the stone onto the other side. So you literally have a book match, so-called book match, at where the 2 patterns meet exactly at the same cut. It's a very typical application in large spaces where you have the wall surface so that you can kind of display the full beauty of the stone. But in smaller applications, it may be a little too busy. And so it's much more...
maybe not worth the money on.
And maybe not worth the money, yes, because it is an extra step that the fabricator has to use and very frequently results in additional slab. That you need to basically book match to the other.
Tomek,
On my way.
I know, but come here.
Okay.
this is quartzite.
I love this.
I love this.
I know.
Love
so
this
we
one.
sell this as that much only. Basically,
Because this piece is going to drop off.
No, this is going to open definitely. It's very hard material to cut.
Beautiful stone. Oh,
That's
if
beautiful.
if this didn't have fabrication issues, I'd be like sold.
I would be too.
Beautiful stone.
Yeah, I would do this one. This is soft. It's elegant.
It's got that.
Not
Yeah, it's got
like
that depth. It's got looks like a.
I love
Again,
this
looks
one.
like history.
No, here's the thing.
So
Because if
because
this is
we're
open,
using-
they put steel rods inside.
so we can. So
Because
this is
we're
a
using
table. So we can
tabletop.
potentially inlay this.
yeah.
So we can create a
border.
steel border that this sits within, so that we can.
Oh
kind
no!
of,
Don't worry
I
about
don't
that.
think
Even
that's
if
the
this
problem.
opens, she will fix this. You won't see it.
So let's put this on our list. I'm interested in
love
knowing
this
the
one.
cost of this. I think this is a beautiful stone.
I love this one.
And this is leather finish,
I know.
so you have to put a sealer on it.
Yeah.
This is quartz.
Quartzite.
Quartzite.
I like this.
So so this is kind of our model, what we're trying to accomplish.
See, and it's not like it's dramatic, but it's not like in your face.
No.
Like if I came home and saw some of these other ones
I
every
know.
day, I'm gonna be like,
But you
like
know what?
you know, it's
Because
like
own it or leather it.
I think it would actually look really nice polished too.
Yes.
I think it would I mean,
Yeah.
it would look like a jewel.
Yes. Because
Because-
it's emerald. It's an emerald.
Because the polishing gives you,
Color.
brings out the depth of the
Exactly.
translucent piece.
But
A moment.
not every customer likes it.
I think it would look amazing polished. Actually, I think this in particular would look better polished than
Yeah.
Really?
home. Yeah. Because
Oh.
all this white stuff, all that would start looking like glass.
so this color right here,
Yeah.
right? This is the same color that we have in our entry tile floor.
Okay.
It's also on, and then this color right here, that's like in the veining here,
Yeah.
is almost the color that's like on the wall tile that we have that's ribbed in the entryway. So I think this is like it's a great marriage of those materials. Here, this is what I'm thinking.
Or
Countertop and backsplash.
This is suede finish. Touch it.
Mhm.
Feel it.
I see.
Yeah,
so it's not as
beautiful.
bumpy as leathered, but
No,
it's
it's
got
like in between.
Tomek, yeah.
So
Okay.
this
you can
really
take
doesn't
home.
have any
Yeah.
movement in it. It's very just.
No, I love this
That
one
has a little
because
bit
it
more-
has more texture. This is what
Yeah.
I was talking about. Something soft, something calm,
But this is
and then
suede
go.
finish, it's not polished.
Right?
Let's go hold this next to the two that we like. Countertop backsplash, white oak with ribbed, cabinetry. And then this is like the showstopper with the Luke Lampco gold light over it
And black details.
and black hardware everywhere. Right? That's sick. Look, you can't get a better. It's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.